Easy and affordable network attached storage. That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from StorCentric is Chief Technology Officer Surya Varanasi. Hi, Surya.
Fred, good to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Well, you've just announced the Nexsan EZ-NAS line of storage devices. Give us an overview here of what's really new and different.
Yeah, so the EZ-NAS devices that we've introduced, they cover a market that plays below where we play today. So the E series and the Unity are, a play to the mid-range, and this is, the entry-level system that complements that. So the system is strictly, as you said, easy to use. In fact, very easy to use. Has SMB and NFS, and is a general purpose storage system that covers the entry level of the offering.
Well, step us through the setup here and what makes it so different and so easy.
Yeah, a lot of our customers, as we go through places where they have a remote branch office, or you're working, with data that's, you need it there, but you don't need it there forever. Like in the cloud, you want to eventually move it off somewhere else. Or the SMBs, you really don't have time for complex equipment. So we focused very heavily with the EZ-NAS on making it extremely simple. So you boot it up, say, okay, I want to do this, and you move on. So how can we make it very, very simple to get your storage up and running? So that was the first piece of it. The system itself is very small. 19-inch short depth, one rack unit kind of system, up to 72 terabytes. So very easy to get, capacity on it. One thing else that we did, many times people, you have multiple tools to handle, my storage, my backup, my data protection, things like that. We integrated it. So Retrospect, which provides all your data protection, your data mobility, and so on, is integrated into EZ-NAS. So when you plug it in, you say, I want to back up to cloud. One click, and off you go, you back up to cloud. So how can we take a couple of layers, give it to you so we can simplify how to use it, how to back up, and how to protect your data, and things like that. That's where we're going with the product.
Are there specific types of drives, storage that this works with?
Yeah, so we started off supporting 4 drives in the system, so 1U, and SATA. So we use SATA drives. Enterprise, great, but SATA.
Well, this is designed for really a variety of customers, I think, from small businesses on up.
Yeah, and in addition to small businesses and on up, you can choose. I want hard drives. For example, if you want cost-effective storage, or maybe you want performance, and we can give you 1.5 gigabytes plus a throughput if you buy SATA SSDs, on it. So you get a variety of throughputs as well as you need, depending on what you're doing.
Well, what advantages do you feel you have over the competition here?
So one of them, I think the biggest one of them all, is integration. So when you buy from Nexsan or StorCentric, you get an integrated storage system. And by that, I mean, you can answer many of the questions very simply. Do I have to do anything else to back up to the cloud? Can I restore simply? Do I get anomaly detection? Can I make a copy? The answer is yes, 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 you can. And then, hey, can I also serve basic storage through it? Absolutely. So we want to continue and go down the direction of providing integrated, easy to use solutions, so that, we take the mystery out of a lot of the layers that you have that, mid-range customers and SMBs don't have time to dive into. So how do we do that? And that's the biggest advantage we bring to it. The second, of course, is the system itself is very modern and gives you the throughput if you need it. But more importantly, gives you the integration and that ability to cover a few layers very easily as well.
And I guess devices like this are more important for businesses of all sizes than ever before, really. Tell us how it can help protect against things like ransomware.
Yeah, so you put your data on us, on this EZ-NAS system. The data is, first of all, encrypted when it resides on the system, right? You may decide, I want ransomware protection, which means you need to protect your data. So we allow, if you enable retrospect with it, you get anomaly detection. So we know that, on average, you're using 2% of your files. Today, all of a sudden, it's 30%. I'll tell you, 30% of your files are changing. And oh, by the way, these 10 files, for some reason, are getting hit all the time. So you get a view of that. You can also take your data and back it up to a cloud, and we'll give you an immutable backup. So should something happen to the system, you can restore through the backups you've made that are immutable and come back. And we're enhancing retrospect as well to give you backup diffs. So for example, let's say that you're running anti-ransomware software and you identify data.exe as the file that caused you the problem. In your backups, wouldn't you want to know how far back you need to go so that you no longer have that, ransomware when you restore, and we're able to automate that as well. So several layers just to simplify how you protect your data and how you get it back, in addition to actually being able to serve it with EZ-NAS.
What are you seeing? How have needs changed with this new hybrid work environment with so many people working from home?
It's changed a lot. Part of the issue for developers is when you're writing code and you're testing something out, you really need your data close to your compute so you can actually test your code out properly, but you don't need the data resident there forever. So you need it, you'll get it, you use it, but once you're done with it, you no longer need your data close. So that's one aspect of it. The second one is, you've probably known and you've seen the growth of video these days, video content. As an example, TikTok. A 10-minute video of 1080p is 210 megabytes. And so what happens is, if you create 5 videos a day and you keep doing this for a few months, your storage just goes up. And what are you going to do? Where are you going to keep it? Do you just want to delete it as soon as it goes up, or do you want to back it up somewhere, copy it off somewhere else? What are your plans? And we want to help solve all those types of problems. Hey, you have your data on us, we'll make it easy for you to move wherever you want to go. We can take backups of it. So you don't have to worry about deleting it and not ever getting it back. And how do we simplify all that with the data growth? We think edges, we think IoT, but it's not just IoT. It's also, us creating content as well.
Once again, it's Nexsan, Nexsan.com. Surya Varanasi, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Oh, thank you.